Hello everybody, I'm here in my test world and my god, Fraps makes it load slow. But yes, don't look at those, those are to do with storage. We're not here for storage. What we're here for is Newman asked me to try and put something together for his, what we call it, Ullam? Ullam. I don't know how you say it, to be honest. But what he said he wanted, I've created an exact copy of the dimensions. Just not put the ceiling in. And I'm going to pretty it up a little bit. But for now, he wanted a way that I'm sure you get what the game's about. You hit the you hit the button. Obviously from your side, from the opposing team. Light comes on, your team wins. Now I don't know if we're having like a best of whatever or first to 3 or any of this. So for now, he just wanted a way that you could tell when it had been hit and made obvious. Now he just wanted a light or a redstone lamp underneath, so when the button was being pressed like it is now, the light would be on. And I like redstone, so you might accuse me of over-engineering this slightly, because there's not really any need, because unless someone actually comes up here and collects this arrow, that button will stay in. So that could be just directly linked to these, and it stays on as long as the arrow hasn't despawned. But I didn't like that, so I thought, well, let's say there's a bit of dispute, no one sees the lights come on, you know, this is going to be like 4 aside or something, everyone's diving around firing stuff at everybody, and it'll just be madness. There is a chance that the light could come on and then the arrow disappears and the light goes off and no one's noticed. So instead I've hooked it up to an S1E10 latch. So what's happening here, just let me reset it. Right, so this wooden block is the button you're aiming for, the target. Now an S1E10 latch, I'm sure most of you know if you're watching this, but it's it's a circuit that can be turned on and then reset, but where it's useful is that when it's been turned on, this input has no effect afterwards. It needs a separate reset. So you turn it on. Now pressing this button all day will achieve nothing, because what's happening now is that this torch is powering the block, meaning that this is always off. No matter what you do, this torch can't turn on, and as such can't influence the circuit. So the reset is just down here, and what it's doing, like I said, is at the minute that torch is on, through this repeater powers this block, turns that torch off. Now that torch is what's linked on this line to the lamps on the other side. So as it stands, the lights are off. Now when that button's pressed, it'll invert this a little bit. If you see what I mean, the power of the signal from this will go off, that'll come on, turning this on, and in doing so changes this and turns that torch on. But then because of this torch, it then negates the input, so it stays on, like I said. So you see it, these have inverted. this repeater is no longer getting power, so this block is no longer getting power. This torch then is allowed to turn on, which turns the lamps on. And because this is inverted, this block is keeping that input from having an effect. Now what the reset does is, that's this button. The signal goes up here through the vertical wiring, goes along, hits this block and inverts that. So this torch goes off. I can fake it for you. So that's it. So the power, I mean that's just going to be a quick pulse because it's coming from a button. It inverts that, turns all this back round, so resets it to how it was, and turns the lamps off. Now it also means that the reset on its own has no effect either, because all what happens there, signal goes up, hits this block, tries to change it, but because of this torch it can't. That one has to stay off, and that's it really. It's the same on both sides, and I just thought that would make it a bit more, well, obvious. I was, and I might, I don't know yet, because like I said, I'm going to design this out a little bit. Have them running the whole length, because I was thinking that if you're on this side, if your target gets hit, these lights turn on, you're not going to know. You're going to have to rely on the other team or people who are watching to say, hey, it's finished, you've been hit. And you're more than likely going to be around here. So if there were lamps all the way down, then you'd see it. You'd know straight away that, oh, we've lost. But yes, I've not seen him about it yet. He saw me last night and asked me if I'd design it out. I don't know to what extent he wanted, because he left pretty much straight after asking me. But don't look at those. Those don't exist. But yeah, that's it. So I might not have explained how a RS NOR latch works the best I could, but that's not the focus of this video. It's just to say I'm using one for this. Like I said, there's no real need to do it. It could just be that that button is linked straight down along here to these. They'll turn on whenever that button's in, and the button will stay in provided there's an arrow stuck in it, and then once the arrow despawns it'll then turn off. But at least this way it's locked, so you could like have a referee, I suppose. The only downside I've found, and why am I actually playing the game, just is while the arrow's in the reset can't work, because you see what I mean, it's turning this off, but because this has still got power, that torch can't turn on to reset. So all me putting that torch there does is do what that's doing. It has no effect. You have to get that arrow out. Now, easy enough and creative, and then you can reset. But in the actual world, you're going to have to pillar up to it, or just wait for it to despawn. I don't know yet. We need to work out rules and everything for this. So yes, I just thought I'd show you that, and now I've started, well, I've got to this stage in the real world, so to speak. So I'll meet you there and show you. It's not finished, but I'll show you what we're at. Hi guys, here we are. Right, there's a hole, but yes, It's very rough, because I mean you saw it last time that Newman had carved out this this area and put in the basic like layout. So I've put in the redstone, and it's exactly the same as you saw in the test world. So button up there, blah blah blah, powers the lamps, reset line to turn them back off. Exactly the same on this side. Now I've not filled all this in because I don't know what I'm doing with it aesthetically yet. Because from what he said to me, he says, "Can you put in? Can you design it for me?" Like, how did he word it? Basically, he seems, because of what I did on the Nether hub, he seems to like that. I think he wants something along that sort of line, or at least he just wants me to design it, it seems. And he said one of the things he wanted is that, I might be repeating myself, he wanted the torches, didn't he? So I've added the redstone. Because I've not really done redstone yet, apart from that little silly door at my base, which I've not shown you how that works. I could show you that at some point. But yeah, anyway, so this is going to be, a lot of this will be ripped out, so it's pointless me filling in all this just to rip it back out again. So that's that. I'll keep working on this. Oh, mind your heads there. I'll keep working on this, and I don't know if I'll record me doing it or just record when it's done or when it's on its way, because I doubt it'll be a quick job, to be honest. But I'll work on it in the test world first, so that I'm happy with how it looks. But yeah, it's just a few bits of information now. We've got a new guy on, Ninja Walrus. He came on last night, didn't really have much chance to do anything. He set up a portal, I've synced it for him this morning, and yeah, he's made a start. He's not that far out, I don't think. I mean, his portal's not far at all. I'll not show you. There's nothing really to show you, but yeah, he's not far out, so he might be near Justin, which is kind of that way. No, he can't be, because he goes that way in the hub. He'll be that way. He's over there somewhere. I do remember seeing mountains. I went to see it, so he could be not far at all. But anyway, we've ripped out a lot of trees around here because this is going to become a kind of town or community area. Also makes it look a lot more open and give us a shitload of wood. So, yes, we've also now got a multicoloured rainbow sheep farm that is very humane. I don't care how in pain they look. They love it, really. And that red one, I don't know what he's doing. So yes, anything else new? Yes, a couple of things, and then I'll end on that. Me and Dash last night rearranged this a little bit. We've got our own, got a nether wart farm at spawn. It's not big, but just enough to get people going. Made a much bigger wheat farm because it's not really needed. But what Dash was saying is that he's spending a lot of time at the skelly spawner to get his levels up for his enchantment. He's going to have the best gear on the server by an absolute mile, because I mean, he's not just enchanting, he's then using the anvils to combine them, and he's making some amazing stuff, to be honest. But he's got that villager breeder, which seems to be alright now. It's not affecting the server from what I can see. And one of the guys he's got, or a few of them, trade for wheat. So he says, while I'm here a lot, all this will be growing because he's around. So basically what he's doing is he comes in, harvests it all, goes down into the skelly spawner, waits for half an hour, so it builds up to like 200 to 300 Skeletors, and then he gets a splash healing potion throws it at him, kills him in one, gets about 35 levels, I think he says. Comes up here, enchants whatever he's enchanting, or works on the anvil or whatever he's doing. These are regrown, harvest them, rinse, repeat. Great. So he's going to be rich and have ridiculous equipment. So, great stuff. But yes, and the last thing is Newman has added a little potion room. Not finished, and I assume these are all going to have chests on. Just the way he's added this because of Dash using the healing potion for the skellies. Basically we could make them here. And Luminosity's chest, please do not open. Thank you. I'm not gonna take any of it. So yes, I would say that's an episode. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.